The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before.
Donald Trump means business.
And when we let freedom ring, we will be able to speed up that day where all of your children, black men and white men, Protestant and Catholic, Jew and Gentile, will be able to sing in the meaning of that old Negro spirit.
Donald Trump just gave his inauguration speech, and to be honest, it was terrifying. Some people will try and convince you that he was trying to maybe unite America in some way, but it was clear that he was trying to divide America and scare the rest of the world.
It's day one of Donald Trump's administration, so let's just take a look at how things are going already. Egg prices have not come down. Gas prices have not come down.
After Donald Trump has become officially the President of the United States of America, he said he will make America great again, MAGA. If you are for MAGA and you voted for Donald Trump, and the policies that he presented during his inauguration, do you see that MAGA is going to happen? I want to show you the reaction of the people of America, how they take off this, okay? The policies that Donald Trump presented is this one.
The American dream will soon be back and thriving like never before. To restore competence and effectiveness to our federal government, my administration will establish the brand new Department of Government Efficiency. After years and years of illegal and unconstitutional federal efforts to restrict free expression, I will also sign an executive order to immediately stop all government censorship and bring back free speech to America. Never again will the immense power of the state be weaponized to persecute political opponents. Something I know something about. We will not allow that to happen. It will not happen again. Under my leadership, we will restore fair, equal, and impartial justice under the constitutional rule of law. And we are going to bring law and order back to our cities. This week, I will also end the government policy of trying to socially engineer race and gender into every aspect of public and private life. We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
Now, before I react on this, MAGA, will America be great again? Let's see reaction of the people according to inauguration of Donald Trump, and then I'll go react on it.
Donald Trump just gave his inauguration speech, and to be honest, it was terrifying. Some people will try and convince you that he was trying to maybe unite America in some way, but it was clear that he was trying to divide America and scare the rest of the world. The man talked about taking the Panama Canal back with basically whatever force is necessary. He talked about declaring the cartels a terrorist organization because that's going to give him an in to invade Mexico. And when he declares war against Mexico, he's signing an executive order to implement the Alien Enemies Act of 1798 so that he can detain anybody from Mexico that he considers to be an illegal immigrant, and they get limited due process. They don't get the same rights as they would today. That act hasn't been used since the Second World War. Donald Trump not once in that speech talked about forging good relationships across the world with the United States allies. Instead, he talked about tariffing them and making them pay. He talked about how America would be the most powerful nation on the world and be feared by everybody. Donald Trump has big plans to conquer the world, and anybody who tells you otherwise, they are lying to themselves. They are being delusional. I don't know what to tell you, but if you don't live in America, you need to be ready, because we need to forget about America and the world needs to move on from America. I live in Canada, and if you see any elected leader that is not willing to denounce that man, they should not be in power.
As a Brit, I genuinely am wishing Trump and you all in America a good 4 years, because I get paid in American dollars because I'm a model.
I came here to support my president, who's going to make America great again. Yes. And he's going to bring grocery prices down because we can't afford to eat. Trump will make a difference. The last 4 years have been hell, not only for me, but for very many more.
Came from Michigan. I'm here to support Donald Trump. Supported him for the past 12 years. I just came here for a party. I was kind of disappointed by the fact that I got moved indoors, but you know what? This is still historic. So I might as well be able to do this as legacy to tell my descendants, hey, I was there.
I'm interested to see the new administration going to bring about some of the changes. I'm not sure how much that is really good or bad, but I'm sure it's going to be interesting.
I'm from Tucson, Arizona. I'm super excited. I think he's going to make a change. I think he's going to do it for us. I think everything's going to be okay.
Came from New York, made it here. Once in a lifetime event, you know, like seeing a bridge get blown up or something.
My travels with the snow and everything was very challenging. I got from Jersey to Princeton, met with my uncle, and from there we came here. And we're here to support Trump. I'm a big supporter and very happy, my family, that Trump won. So
I'm so sick and tired of the political nonsense and hatred of my fellow Americans. Like, I go to concerts, at metal shows, and the mosh pits. Like, nobody cares about politics. Nobody cares about Democrat or Republican. We're just there to have a good time and smash. Donald Trump needs to unite us now.
Donald Trump means business.
Good afternoon. I've been trying to listen to what Donald Trump is attempting to say in his inauguration speech, and it's incredibly painful. It's incredibly painful to try to make out what he's actually attempting to say. Obviously, there are multiple issues with the fact that Donald Trump was voted in again for the second time as president of the States, because he is clearly inept. He's clearly incapable of the job. And I recognize that there's definitely a certain amount of like puppetry involved with heads of state, because it's not just them, right? It's their whole team. But when you look at, and the supporters and backers and the people who are buying them off and whatnot, when you look at who he's chosen to surround himself with in terms of his team, what is happening, America? How did so many people over there vote this man into power again? It's really actually devastating. And as your closest neighbor, I feel like we're watching domestic abuse happen and we aren't doing anything about it. And like, Trump is the abuser and the American people are the victims. But it's like Stockholm syndrome for some of them, right? Like, some of them are strangely in love with him. I've never seen such devotion, blind devotion to a world leader as I've seen some folks' reaction to Donald Trump. And granted, I have very limited experience in this arena, and it's not something that I've looked a lot into. I've never really looked at the world stage in too great of detail outside of a couple university classes that I took. But it's this blind adoration, and it borders on illness. Like, do you not understand what he is? I don't know. And then when he talks, it's like, I get such secondhand embarrassment for that man and for everybody in the States right now. Like, how can you support that? It really speaks to me to the lack of education that's happening in America. And with the ban that just briefly occurred, and what I'm seeing coming out of this ban is a lot of conversation around the lack of awareness of what other countries have available to them in terms of resources, social resources, infrastructure resources, like education, like all the resources, right? All of our social determinants of health, and how our country supports them or doesn't. And Americans have no idea, and I guess that's intentional, of how terrible things are in their country. Like, but if they weren't so insulated, you know, they'd be able to maybe at least exercise some objective thinking, or try to do a little bit of research outside of the States to see what other countries and nations have to offer their people. Do they not see those same reports that we see that consistently show America as being at like the bottom of the list for like maternal health and welfare and infant mortality rates and Black moms dying like at alarming rates? It's just, I don't understand. I guess it's a sense of cognitive dissonance, right? Where they can carry these two very opposing ideas in their mind at the same time, that like America is the best country in the world, and like far, like in their minds, just so far surpasses every other country. And yet at the same time, there's all these terrible stats that are coming out, and all of this knowledge that they have access to that they're just not accessing. Like, they think they have freedom of speech, and they think that they have, you know, all of these freedoms and rights, but that's actually not what's happening. Like, those are just words that your government is using to trick you. And I feel like I feel like that happens to some degree in every country. Politicians lie. That's pretty standard. They exaggerate, they obfuscate. Like, that's what they do. That's part of their job. But at some point in the process, they're held accountable to some degree. And yet this man is not. Donald Trump is not held accountable. Is it not embarrassing to you that you literally elected a convicted rapist as your president for the second time? Now, granted, he wasn't convicted the first time that you elected him, but you know now. Like, it's been proven. It baffles me. It really baffles me. And it's really hard to watch. And it really makes me worried for what's to come with Canada, because unfortunately, we do tend to follow suit. Whatever the States does, we often will do the same thing a year or two later. So when they go Republican, we go conservative. And with Justin Trudeau stepping down, you know, obviously there's going to be repercussions from that, and it just makes me really, really concerned. The hatred that is embedded in our systems in North America, we need to do away with it. We need to do away with all this hatred.
Wow. Donald Trump was he is officially the president of United States of America, and he has his agenda of making America great again. Now, there's some few things I've seen, or some few things I'm gonna talk, or I'm gonna react. I don't know much about United States of America, but wow, I've seen the policies that Donald Trump has stated. Okay. The policies that Donald Trump has made during his inauguration as United States president today. This is the real MAGA. Tell me if you voted for Trump and you see this as the best idea he could deliver, you know? And I've seen videos where people who voted against Kamala Harris, they have started complaining. I've seen people who voted for Trump, some of them, they've started complaining. But do you think he is the best president for you? Okay. I don't want to go into that because I'm not a citizen of United States of America, and I'm not looking to be one of them. But these things here, will it make America great again? We have seen videos where people are running away from America. People are crying. White Americans, they are crying because of this inflation, because of America, how it's losing the superpower, the American dream is going down, and people, they are complaining. But number one, what Trump said is to tax foreign countries to enrich US citizens. Okay? Create external revenue services. To tax foreign countries to enrich US citizens. So, how is this going to happen? Is he going to tax people from foreign countries or to tax foreign countries? Is he going to tax, for example, Africans who are in Kenya or who are in the US, maybe Africans in diaspora? Is he going to tax Jamaicans? Is he going to tax Mexicans? I don't know the meaning of taxing foreign countries. Okay? What I know is that this guy is a true economist, and he's looking for ideas to make America great again. And if he implements his ideas, I think MAGA will be MAGA, will be great. Number two is US policy is only two gender, male and female. I think this is the one that have made me happy. Very, very happy. Male and female, the only two gender. Okay, sorry to say, if you are watching this video and you are transgender or, the Rainbow Nation or LGBTQ, sorry for that. I'm just reacting as per me. Don't get me wrong, okay? But according to the culture that we know is about male and female. Africa culture, male and female, but we have been forced to follow this European culture. When Barack Obama became president of United States, he came with these laws and even came to Kenya, to African countries like Uganda, and told us we have to sign this into law for us to accept other genders, And Museveni said no to it, and he was put on sanction, some restrictions. But when Trump has come back to power, he has said that we have only two genders, male and female. And that is why I supported Donald Trump. One of the reasons why I supported Donald Trump. I know I was not voting and I'm not a citizen, but if I was to be told to vote, this is one of the reasons why I was supporting Donald Trump. The reason of enriching US citizens, I think, or I believe that these enriching US citizens will not be biased. Even Black Americans or Black people who are in the US and the citizens of the US will benefit from this external revenue service. Now, number three, what Donald Trump has said is to declare national emergency at US southern border. All illegal entry halted and process of returning illegals begins. We knew about this, and a lot of people will be, illegal immigration, to stop illegal immigration. I believe every countries, we have this problem of illegal immigration in every country. South Africa are complaining, saying Zimbabweans are there, and each and every leader want to protect his own country. So I believe, for me, it's not bad, because you can open borders for everyone and your country can be in a bigger problem, because when you open borders, you don't know who is entering your country. Maybe terrorist, maybe anyone. So I think I support this. Okay. Mexican cartels to be designated as foreign terrorist organizations. Each country do not need cartels. In Burkina Faso, they are fighting cartels. The insurgencies going on in Burkina Faso from the jihadists, it is just kind of cartel. So each and every country need to protect its citizens. And I think by doing this, MAGA will be MAGA. Make America great again. By the way, America needs to be great again. I believe there's, we cannot celebrate the failing or the falling of America, but maybe, I don't know. Tell me in the comment section. Now, this is the part again that I think white Americans or Americans need to celebrate. Defeat inflation by rapidly bringing down prices. A lot of people have been crying about the increased prices. We have seen videos where people literally crying. Like, can you imagine a white man crying? Or it's awkward because of the white privilege. Black people, we think white men cannot cry. But bringing the price down will make America great, because inflation is killing even the black Americans who are there. People are suffering. You need to work a lot of hours so that you can achieve what you want to achieve. But this can be of great importance to, American people. Inflation is a bigger problem to a lot of countries. I've seen in African countries, there's some countries where we have inflation, prices are high, and people are suffering. So as human, or when you have humanity, we need to pray for each and every country or each and every human to have peace of mind, pocket-wise, Now, US will be manufacturing nation again, export American energy all over the world. It will benefit Americans. It will benefit the MAGA if the implementation will go through. But let's agree to each other. Let's not exploit Africa. If you are manufacturing energy, just do it as your own country. But I believe some black people or some even blacker leaders, they were saying, even pastors have seen videos where they are saying Donald Trump is the best thing to happen again in America. I believe that on that. Now, another thing, the policy that Donald Trump has put there is a green energy deal. Revoke the electric car mandate to save auto industry. Revoke the electric car mandate. Now, what does it mean by revoking electric car? Does it mean by doing away with electric cars? Because if it's like that, I've seen in Kenya, Ruto brought this narrative of electric car, electric motorcycle. Now people are having this electro motorcycle and cars. I don't know where he brought that idea as saying it is to save the environment. But tell me what this means on the comment section if you are from America. Revoking the electric cars mandate to save auto industry. Tell me what that means. Another thing is sign executive order to immediately stop all censorship and bring back free speech. Free speech. This is always the American dream, to have freedom of speech. American dream was to have freedom of speech. Each and every American citizen to have good life. But American dream have been dying every day. Now, if this will happen, I think he will brought MAGA. He will make America great again. US astronauts will plant American flag on the planet Mars. I don't know how this can happen. I don't normally believe that someone can go to Mars. I didn't even believe that America went to the moon. I don't believe that. I don't buy that story. We will just wait and see, because I don't know. I don't know. We are waiting for Americans to go in the Mars. Wow. It's okay. Now, tell me what you think about these policies that Donald Trump has made. Which one is not good on you? Because most of you, my viewers, are in America, United States. Now, I know you have seen this video. I need your comments down there. Are you happy? Do you think that America will be great again? Do you think that the country you are staying will come back again to its power? Because even if you want to come back to the motherland, but place you are working needs to have, good economy, at least, so that you can get something and come and invest to the motherland. Tell me what you think on the comment section, okay? Until next episode, peace be with you.